Joining us now is Hornblower Group CEO Kevin Rabbitt. Kevin, thanks for being with us.
Yeah, good morning. Thanks for having me.
I do want to get into the city experiences, but first, given the fact that there is, at least from an investor standpoint, and especially given the fact that we got a business update from Carnival just this morning, a lot of focus on the overnight cruise market, which I know you operate in, specifically with American Queen Steamboat and specifically river cruises. You haven't been beholden to the same CDC guidelines as those big, I guess, more international operators. What have you been seeing on those cruises in terms of consumer demand, and how have you kept them safe?
Yeah, sure. So our two brands in the overnight business are American Queen Steamboat Company and Victory Cruise Line. So you can think of these as small ships that are 200 to 600 passengers, very high-end luxury, amazing experiences on the water, across the rivers, Great Lakes, and into Alaska. And we've been operating already on the American Queen in the Mississippi. We've seen strong demand. We have a safe cruise program, and that safe cruise program includes testing, screening, and ongoing cleaning. And we've seen great demand. Our clientele, many of them are already vaccinated, and we are able to spell out these cruises. And we made the announcement that starting July 1st, that all crew members and all guests have to be vaccinated, and that was met with great enthusiasm. We see amazing demand in the back half of the year.
That's interesting. It sounds like you made that decision and it's been welcomed by the consumers that are signing up for your cruises. How are you going to keep track of that? We're having so many conversations about things like vaccine passports. What does that mean for you?
Yeah, so we certainly will require proof of vaccine, but don't take a position on whether or not we should have a electronic version of it or not. But we'll certainly make sure that there's proof of vaccine, and we'll make sure that all of our crew are vaccinated as well.
All right, and let's talk about the city experiences. This is the other piece of the Hornblower business. You operate these cruises in places like New York City, around Alcatraz. You have had some ships doing some sailings. I guess, what does that look like? And perhaps just as importantly, how does it speak to whether or when we're going to see a rebound in tourists?
Yeah, so City Experiences, anchored by Hornblower, is our brand new brand. We just rolled it out yesterday. You can think about it as a diverse portfolio of water and land-based experiences. I think from the overnight cruises to dining and sightseeing to iconic locations like Statue of Liberty, Alcatraz, Niagara Falls, to land-based excursions that are guided tours and short excursions off of cruise ships. And so we are open in a number of places. So beyond the American Queen ships that are sailing on the Mississippi, we've recently reopened Alcatraz. Statue of Liberty has been open. We've opened up in Boston, D.C. on the Cherry Blossom dining cruises, a number of whale watching tours in Boston and in San Diego. And across all of these, we've seen strong demand. Over Easter, we sold out our brunch cruises on capacity restricted guidelines, but we sold them. We've seen folks want to be out doing things again. I think that shows that there's a big pent-up demand. As the vaccinations continue to take hold in the U.S., folks want to be out. They want to feel the freedom of doing things and having amazing experiences. And we see ourselves in a great position to provide those for them.
As people get more comfortable being out and about and potentially begin to travel further distances and take on bigger trips, can you sustain this level of demand? Or are you even competing with some of those, for example, big cruise operators?
Yeah, so I think, well, first of all, rising tides lifts all ships. So we want to see all ships out on the water. We not only operate in the overnight business, but we also operate a number of short excursions businesses globally that take care of passengers coming off those ships. And we service our guests are local guests, like we're servicing right now, and drive-in guests, but we also service a number of tourists to iconic destinations in New York and San Francisco and Niagara Falls. So as long-haul travel picks up and as borders reopen, that's nothing but positive for our business, and we see this demand going for many, many years to come.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.